Hello everyone! Welcome back to Ram's tutorial. Today guys, we're going to discuss about rounding off numbers. And remember, tomorrow will be the first day of virtual class, both private and public schools. Again, my dear students, sit back and relax and listen to our tutorial today to Ram's Tutorial Educational Channel. In this video guys, I will teach you how to round off tens to the nearest tens and nearest hundreds. Please come and join today to our channel Ram's Tutorial Educational. Now my dear viewers, we're going to discuss about rounding off numbers nearest tens to nearest hundreds. In rounding off guys, remember, to nearest tens and nearest hundreds, we have the following rules. And what are those rules, teacher Ram? The first rule is that from 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, rounding down. From 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, rounding up. That means to say class, when the numbers ends with 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, rounding down. I will give you an example so that you will know and what is that. First example for rounding down, we have we have 30. Since class once is 0, so we can't round off to 3. We can round off, we can add another 1 to make 3 becomes 4. No. And why? Because 0 is rounding down. So it means to say 30 means when we round up still 30. Why? Because again 0 is rounding down. This number ends with 0. So nothing follows. So we can round off. Still the number, the given equations will be the given answer. Is that right? Another chair about if the numbers ends with 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Yes, we can do that also guys. So for example, 41. So remember this number ends with 1. So you think that 4 becomes 5? No, because 1 is rounding down. So the given answer is always the given equation, which is 41. So 1 becomes automatically 0 because 1 is rounding down. And that is for rounding down. What about for rounding up? For rounding up class, so for example, our number ends with 75. Since 5 is rounding up, we're going to add 1 to 7, which is tens place. Nearest tens, because we have 2 digits. So 5 we add 7. 5 add to 7, 1, so becomes 80. So when we round 75, now becomes 80 because 5 rounding up, then 5 will add 1 to 7, 7 becomes 8. So that becomes 75 rounding to 80. Another numbers that ends with, so for example 9. Okay, so we have 29. Okay, since 9 is rounding up, 9 will give 1 to 2, so 2 becomes 3. And automatically this number becomes 0. So our answer now is 30. Alright, my dear viewers, so this is how we are going to rounding off numbers to the nearest tens when the number is belong to rounding down, or this numbers ends with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that is rounding up. Later on, we will discuss also how to round off to the nearest hundreds. Okay, let us proceed for our evaluations. Okay, we're going to erase first here and let us proceed for our evaluation process. Let's have first for nearest tens. Okay, we have first 65. 61, 61. Oh my God, where is that? 75 and 31. Okay, my dear viewers, we're going to start rounding off these following numbers. Excuse me for a while. Okay, let us proceed for number 1. So we have the given answer is 65. The given question rather. Okay, so we're going to round off this to the nearest 10. Since 5 here is rounding up, so 5 will give 1 here to 6. So it becomes 7. Now automatic 0. So the answer is 65 round up to 10 becomes 70. Now next we have 81. Since 1 is rounding down, when we round off, it is 80 class. Why? Because 1 is rounding down. We can't add to 8 to the tens place because 1's place is rounding down. And take note, my dear viewers, when rounding up to the nearest tens, you are going to check first the ones place. If the ones place number or digit is rounding up, so you are going to add plus 1 to the tens place. But if the number in ones place digit rather is rounding down, automatically becomes 0 and you can add to the tens place. Just like what we done in our example. 61 becomes 60. 75, since 5 is rounding up, so we are going to 5 will add to 7. So 7 becomes 8. Okay, so we have here 80. Next is 31. 1 is rounding down. Okay, so tens is 3. So we're going to remain that particular number and 1 becomes 0. Okay, so our answers will be have 65 round up to 70, 81 round up to 80, 61 round up to 60, 75 round up to 80, and 31 round off to 30. I will give you time to copy class on how to round off to the nearest tens place value. Next, let us proceed to hundreds. Round of numbers to the nearest hundreds. 2721. Okay. 37. Drop into my eye. 168. Then 126. 600. Okay, let's have first here. First is 271, 737, 468. This is 126 and 622. How to round off to the nearest tens? So simple as that, my dear viewers. We are going to check first the tens place value. Tens place value. You are going to check it. I underline the tens place value. Whether it is belongs to rounding up or rounding down. So when we say rounding up or rounding down, so automatically class, if the numbers ends with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is rounding down. But if the numbers if their numbers ends with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that is rounding up. So by that, my dear viewers or my dear students, you're going to check first the tens place value. Okay, why? Once you check the tens place value, it's easy for you to round off the number to the nearest hundredths. And take note, you're going to add 1. And then automatically the two numbers, automatically 0. And then by that techniques, you can answer that properly and quickly. Once your teachers give you a what you call a minute or not an hour, so, yeah, I think it's 10 to 15 minutes to answer. Okay, here we go. 271 class. So remember, 7 is rounding up. So our tens place we have 2. 2 becomes 3, then automatic 0. Okay, 271 round up to 300. Next we have 737. Since 3 is rounding down, so automatically class we have 700. Why? 3 is rounding down. This one for the first 7 is rounding up. So it's big difference. 300, 271 round up to 300. 737 round up to 700 only. Because our basis, my dear viewers, tens place value, you have to check whether it is rounding up or rounding down. Now let us proceed to number 3. We have the given 468. So when we said 468 class, we're going to our basis here. We have the tens place because we need to round off numbers to the nearest hundreds. And we're done for the nearest tens. Let us proceed for 468. 6 means belongs to rounding up. So 4 becomes 5, then automatically 0. 468 becomes 500. And that's is our what you call the short and the quickest way to round off numbers to the nearest tens and to the nearest hundreds. Remember, my dear students, this is what we call the first or second lesson in mathematics level. Next is 126. So this is one, my dear viewers. Sorry, my pen got something trouble. 126. So means this one class, tens place is 2, remember? That's 2. 2 belongs to rounding down. So automatically class, 1 and then automatically 0. So 126, round off to 100. Why? Again, number 2 is rounding down. We can add 1 to the hundreds place. Automatically 0. So we have 100. Right, my dear students? Next, 622. Since tens place value is 2 and rounding down, automatically class these 2 digits become 0. And then you have to copy the hundreds place. The value which is 6. Then that is our answer for today. Excuse me for a while. That is how you are going to answer or rounding numbers to the nearest tens or nearest hundreds or thousands. Always follow the rules, my dear viewers. Again, rules are first, if the numbers ends with 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, automatic class rounding down. But if the numbers ends with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, rounding up, my dear viewers or my dear students. Even though your teachers will give you different what we call activity worksheet when it comes to this topic, rounding of numbers to the nearest tens or hundreds, all you need to do is you need to follow our instructions and directions so that you can answer that well. Hope, my dear viewers and my dear students, you really understand our topic today. Again, welcome back to our tutorial class, Rams Tutorial Educational Channel. If you need what you call another or further explanations, just comments, please, guys, to our comment suggestion box. Don't hesitate to do that. Thank you again, my dear viewers or my dear students, for spending your time with us to Ram's Tutorial Educational Channel. Hope to see you guys. And that is for tonight and for today. Bonjour, sawadee ka, bye-bye.